Welcome to the GoalZero Toolbox Talk series. Today's Toolbox Talk: General Excavation Safety. Almost every month somewhere in the news you can read about a worker being injured or killed when a trench they were working in collapses. These injuries and fatalities are preventable with planning and proper execution of safety precautions. Trench collapses can occur without warning, regardless of the depth. Most trenching fatalities occur in trenches 5 to 15 feet deep. These depths invite taking chances, and often it is the good, safe-looking material that turns out to be the unsuspecting killer. But trench cave-ins don't have to happen. The following information can help you avoid these potentially deadly incidents. Make sure you know and follow the requirements. Before beginning excavation, establish the locations of underground and overhead utilities and services. Contact utility companies and advise them before the start of excavation. Remove or support all surface encumbrances, as necessary, to safeguard employees. Employees working in trenches 4 feet deep or more should have an adequate and safe means of exit, such as ladders, steps, or ramps available at no more than 25 feet of lateral travel. Employees exposed to public vehicular traffic must wear suitable garments marked with or made of reflectorized or high visibility material. Do not permit employees to go underneath the loads of lifting or digging equipment. When hazardous atmospheric conditions exist or you can reasonably expect them to exist, test and control the atmosphere to prevent exposure to harmful levels. Removable type steel casings and individually manned lifelines and harnesses are needed to protect employees in bell-bottom pier holes. Follow confined space entry procedures. Employees must not work in excavations in which there is accumulated water unless they follow necessary safety precautions. Additional underpinning, shoring, or bracing may be required when adjoining utility lines, foundations, walks, and footings are endangered. Store spoils, equipment and other materials that can pose a hazard at least 3 feet away, or use effective retaining devices or as per local legislative requirements. Superimposed loads, such as mobile equipment working close to excavation edges, require extra sheet piling, shoring, or bracing. The use of mobile equipment near excavations also requires substantial barricades or stop logs. Have a competent person on site who can identify existing and predictable hazards and has the authority to take prompt corrective action. A competent person should be able to identify soil classifications and the protective systems to use by the requirements of local legislation. A competent person must make ongoing daily inspections of excavations, adjacent areas, and protective systems, including after every rainfall or other hazard-producing occurrence. Walkways or bridges are needed for crossing over excavations. Walkways or bridges over excavations greater than 4 feet deep require standard guardrails. Erect standard guard railing or solid sheeting no less than 42 inches above ground level around all tunnel shafts and bore pits. Barricade or cover all wells, pits, or shafts. Backfill excavations upon completion.